I'm in red form, in a red state, such a red case on a red song. In a shared space with my shareholders, cause we share a bond. Spiritual health care, that's real self-care, you won't care for.
I got my Mets hat on to the back. Y'all already know where we going with the stats.
Any artist that's talking garbage and try to curse us, y'all follow a wave and do whatever's current. I follow his ways, I know my turn is coming.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access. Add it to the cart and we got you. And that's it, man. Go purchase Big Pat Sports Talk merch and support the family, man. And welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk. Thank you for your support. What's going on YouTube? What's going on Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. And today we're going to go ahead and get into, Big Pat Sports Talk Reacts, where, I react to certain things that I see on the internet, Twitter, ESPN, and things like that. And we're going to react to something that I feel kind of played, because when I say these certain type of things, I get called a moron, I get called an idiot, I get called, nobody cares about my content, nobody really hears me, nobody really cares about what I say, nobody understands me, you're stupid. I get the brunt of people's jokes and things as of such. But it seems like somebody from the media actually agrees with me and repeats what I said way before this came out, word for word. Shout out to Mr. Greg Jennings on First Things First with Uncle Toucan and a couple of other guys that I really don't like that come on that show. But he says Daniel Jones is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, and he gives his reasons why, and he shows his top 10 list. They give him the jokes like they give us, the Big Blue Crew, when we say things as such. But it feels good to know that some of the things that I say, some people that are pretty up there in the media kind of agree with your boy and repeat your boy word for word. But let's get into it. You know how we do this. I'm going to put on the show, I'm going to react, and I'm going to chime in. So let's get it.
He is a top 10
in the
quarterback
NFC?
In the NFL. We're talking about the national.
And he said the NFL. You see how they try to switch it to the NFC? You see the laughs and giggles? This is what I get, Mr. Greg Jennings. Not on a national level, but on the level of Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, anything, man. You should see some of the comments that I get and some of the nasty things people say about me when I talk about my quarterback from the New York Giants. So I know you don't feel bad. You're making a lot of money for your opinions, and hopefully I will be soon as well.
Football league.
The whole league.
The entire league. Daniel Jones, top 10.
And look at Uncle Toucan's face. Man, I can't stand his face, man. Oh, man. Anyway.
10 quarterback.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you why.
Please do.
Because we're
six
looking
retirements.
We're looking. No, there were not 6 retirements. There were not 6 retirements.
You see the little jokes that they make? You see the little long nose guy always making jokes when somebody brings up my quarterback, Daniel Jones.
When you look at the New York Giants, the one thing that Daniel Jones does not have that every other quarterback that you probably can name on any list has is a premier receiving weapon, whether that's at tight end or quarterback.
Sure.
Did I not say this? Have I not been saying this exact same thing for over a year now? When I bring up this subject and I tell people, look up at the quarterbacks that you love and look what they have compared to Daniel Jones. Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey, Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Palmer, a plethora of tight ends, Austin Eckler, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, good tight end, Mixon, Josh Allen, Isaiah McKenzie, Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, Knox. Now he has Dalton Kincaid. Look at these quarterbacks, what they have compared to Daniel Jones. Before last year, and even those guys weren't even considered good. Before last year, half the people that he played with at receiver are not in the league or in the XFL, USFL. But when I make this point, I'm laughed at. So is Mr. Greg Jennings at this point. But haven't I been saying the same exact? Y'all let me know in the comments. Have I not been saying the exact same thing way before this came out? Y'all let me know.
Sure, go ahead.
With exception to the prince that was promised, and now he does have Calvin Ridley this year.
Yeah.
But Daniel Jones has never had that. It's
Never.
always been Saquon Barkley, leading receiver last year in receptions and targets. Who? Saquon Barkley. No other team has to deal with that.
Right. How many other teams have to deal with that, bro? And then Saquon Barkley was just healthy last year. So imagine Saquon Barkley, one of your best is your best weapon and one of your only weapons, and he's hurt. Now what you got? But people don't think about things like this, man. They'd rather make fun of you. They'd rather make light of your points. They'd rather just dismiss you. Because they don't understand the nuances of the game and how you need pieces around you in order to be successful in the NFL, because it's the ultimate team sport. And he played in the NFL. He played with the Vikings when they had weapons. He played with the Packers when they had weapons. And he succeeded. Not one of the greatest of all time, but he had a heck of a career. But I guess he's a dummy too, huh?
He's had 3 head coaches. He's had 3 offensive coordinators. Like, the revolving door in his building has been so constant. Now we're starting to see, oh, this guy has something. I believe even this year he's going to turn from not just top 10 to elite.
Oh,
And I think so as well. But let's see what the pundits have to say.
Why? Because he has.
Have your top
I
10?
do have my top 10. Can we please see this top 10
Oh,
list?
get out!
And then here's his top 10. Patrick Mahomes, given, number 1. Joe Burrow, given, number 2. I'm not sold on Jalen Hurts, number 3, above Josh Allen. I'm not sold on Justin Herbert at number 5. Aaron Rodgers at number 6. I could agree. Lamar Jackson at number 7. Trevor Lawrence at 8. I can agree with him being a top 10. Daniel Jones at number 9 over Mr. Dak Prescott. I could get with this list. Who you say deserves to be in that list? Deshaun Watson, he really didn't show anything last year. He's going to have to show something this year because he's been out of football about 2 years. So I'm quite sure he'll be back in this list very soon. Russell Wilson, shell of himself last year. He has to reprove himself. Kyler Murray, no. Derek Carr, no. Kirk Cousins, he has Jay Jettis. You could put him in there if you want to. Jared Goff, he's on the rise. You may be able to put him in there too. Matthew Stafford, nah. Kind of on the downside of his career when he lost all those weapons. And you see what kind of happened to him out there. It's not too many quarterbacks you can choose from in the league right now. And to say Daniel Jones is in the top 10 is not egregious, bro. Not what you seen last year. I told you, stats only prove part of the story, not the whole story.
Out of here ahead of Dak. You can't be serious.
Whoa.
Dak Prescott, who's had weapons around him from the very beginning of his career, led the league in interceptions and only played a little bit over half the games. Dak Prescott, the same guy that takes the Cowboys to the playoffs and does nothing. Dak Prescott is playing with a top-ranked defense, a top-ranked offensive line, a top-ranked rush attack, top weapons in the league. But only has one more playoff win than Daniel Jones has. Come on, man. Daniel Jones has many playoff victories as Trevor Lawrence, one less than Lamar Jackson, more than Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's number 5, and he blew a 27-point lead in the playoffs, but he's number 5 and the highest paid player in the league. But Daniel Jones is overpaid, and he's not even the top 10 for quarterbacks that's getting paid. Lamar Jackson makes more. Aaron Rodgers just take a pay cut to make less than Daniel Jones. Dak Prescott makes more. Herbert makes more. Allen makes more. Hurts makes more. Burrow's going to be making more in the coming weeks. Mahomes makes more. Kyler Murray makes more. Derek Carr almost makes the exact same. Russell Wilson makes more. Deshaun Watson makes more. Pretty soon, Daniel Jones is probably not even going to be in the top 15, but he's way overpaid. Okay.
Whoa, relax. Let me go through my list.
Look at the
Obviously,
laughter. Look at the laughter. Man, I hope he proves these dudes wrong. Man, I promise you. Can't wait to see this dude's face when Daniel Jones proves him wrong again.
Mahomes in the league of his own. We all understand that. Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence. I know you don't like that because he's a little low. And Daniel Jones right there at 9. Dak Prescott at 10. Of course, Dak Prescott at 10. Again, when you evaluate these quarterbacks, look at the weapons surrounding Dak Prescott.
Thank you.
Look at the ability that he has around him that has improved what he is. If you take that away, is he even that? I don't know.
Hell no, he's not that. If he leads the league in interceptions with all that around him, imagine what he would have had, what he would have done if he had Daniel Jones type talent around him. Imagine if he was under the pressure Daniel Jones has been in his career. Imagine if he had the lack of weapons Daniel Jones has had in his career. Imagine if he's had the lack of coaching Daniel Jones has had in his career. Imagine that. Imagine if he wasn't playing with a top-ranked defense for most of his career.
No, Daniel Jones haven't had anything since he entered into the National Football League, and he's improved every single year.
Yes, he has. And if you don't believe me or believe Greg Jennings, look at the season when Daniel Jones got hurt, when he hurt his neck, and look at the way this team looked when he got hurt, and that should tell you everything.
Won a postseason game last year and played a heck of a game.
Yeah.
Not just a heck of a game, Greg Jennings set NFL record, set history, made history.
But 24 of 30, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns on the road. Like, give the man some credit. And I haven't even talked about him running the ball.
Exactly. You haven't even talked about him running the ball yet. Thank you, Mr. Greg Jennings. Thank you for stating pretty much the freaking obvious. Pretty much the freaking obvious. That's what you stated. But nobody wants to pay attention. Nobody wants to hear anything about Daniel Jones because it's the cool thing to do to bash this man in the public eye. That's the cool thing to do. Saw a drop pass right there for a touchdown, and he threw to Marcus Johnson last year, but nobody brings that stuff up. Nobody brings that stuff up. You go out there with David Seals and see what you do. But I got a little fired up when I seen this in the Twitter feed. Shout out to Greg Jennings. Been saying this for over a year. Glad somebody's seeing what I see. Might not be so crazy after all, huh? That's why I talk my talk no matter what you thought. Because I look at things and I get data to say the things that I say. I'm not just saying things out the top of my head or just repeating what people in the media say. You can't say I'm repeating what Greg Jennings said, because I was saying it a year before Greg Jennings said it. The whole Big Blue crew has been saying it a year before Greg Jennings said it. So keep calling us crazy. Keep calling us stupid. Keep saying we don't know what we talking about. Keep saying that we homers. Keep saying that we DJ apologists. Keep saying that this team is not going to be good. Keep saying this team is only going to win 7 games at best. Keep saying that when we say we go on 11-6 that we're stupid. Keep saying we're delusional. Keep all that negative energy the same exact way when we get proved right again. Like my boy Saquon said, stay on that side. No matter how dark it gets, no matter how gloomy it gets, no matter how that negative energy makes you look silly when we holding up in Lombardi in 2 or 3 years. I want you to keep that same energy. I want you to keep that same negative logic. I want you to keep those same thoughts in your head. And I want you to keep talking that same talk. Don't switch up, man. Don't jump over here on the Big Blue Crew side and say, man, yeah, man, the Big Blue Crew is right, man. We gonna roll now, man. Keep that same energy, bruh. Like they say, keep it real. Keep it real negative like you've been keeping it for the past 2 years. And over here with the Big Blue Crew, we're just gonna keep it real and keep talking our talk. So this has been New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. Shout out to the Big Blue Crew, G Nation Inside Sports, Classified 3F with Joe, Hit Squad, NYG 22, Coach Ed. Rest in peace, NYG Jeffy T. Mac the Giants fan. Shout out to you, Rodney. Our crew is deep, man. And our crew, man, we got love for each other, man. We support each other, and we all we need. Shout out to Giant Social. Not so crazy because Giant Social said, hey, look, we'll be a sponsor. Thank you for sponsoring the channel. Thank you for believing in my message. And thank you for believing in my content. And thank you for your support. Shout out to Giant Social. Link is in the description. Sign up for free and you can continue to get videos such as these with a bunch of Giants content creators. With Giants news, New York Giants Full Access, all on there. Sign up. It's free. Free for you, but means a lot to me. So thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that big blue join button if you want to talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk. No matter what people thought. If you feel away of what you're talking about and you got data to back it up, continue to talk your talk. They could call you crazy all they want. But when the results are in, somebody's looking foolish. And a lot of the times it's not the Big Blue Crew. You dig? So until the next episode, you know what it is, man. Peace. This is a Big Blue Crew production.